Today the Rambam speaks about kilayim. Kilayim means mixing two species of fruits, like let's say grapes and wheat, and you plant it together, which according to Torah is forbidden. Today's discussion of the Rambam is what happens if someone does it to someone else. In other words, it's not your field, but your friend has next to you a field of wheat, and you have a field of a vineyard. And you take your vineyard and you put it over the wheat of your friend. So by doing so, it's going to grow the vineyard together with the wheat. So even though it's not yours, you're putting the vineyard to grow together with him. Does he make the other wheat no good? His vineyard is no good because it's growing with wheat, but his friend. In other words, could you make something forbidden for someone against his will that doesn't want it? So this brings to an interesting question on Shabbos. Anyone that has a blech on Shabbos, and you have, let's say, a soup on the blech or cholent, there's an interesting law on Shabbos about a blech. If you want to take the cholent off the blech and put it back on, it means you want to take it off, take some food, and put it back on. One of the conditions is that when you take it off, you have to have in mind that you're going to put it back.
And you have to hold on to it.
And hold on to it. But if you don't have in mind that you're going to put it back, so even though the food is still hot, you cannot put it on the blech again. Got it? So if I have a food cooking on Shabbos, and I want to take some of the food off, I could do so. And if I want to put back the pot on the blech, which is hot and cooking, I could only do so if I had in mind to take it off, to put it back. What happens if someone wants to hurt me on Shabbos? And someone else, not me, someone else has no permission, he takes the food off the blech.
Does it bemizid?
Yeah, he takes it off the blech and he has in mind not to put it on. Can I
Put it back in.
put it back on? The guy took it off.
Your wife.
I don't know who the guy is, maybe your wife, I don't know. But took it off.
The guy is your wife?
No, the wife is,
Oh,
took it off against your will. So do you say, well, how can a guy come to my house and start taking off the pot, off the fire, and now I can't put it back on?
You get it now.
So there's a major argument about it. Tosfos and Rabbi Kiva. Tosfos proves that he holds you could put it back. Why? A person doesn't have a right to do an action against you. So when he takes the pot off and he decides not to put it back on, who's he to decide? It's not his food, it's not his pot, he can't. That's the Tosfos. Other opinion holds no. Imagine someone comes to your pot, a chicken soup pot, and puts some milk in it. Not you, someone else puts milk in your chicken soup. Are you allowed to eat this soup? No. The fact that someone else put the milk in your chicken soup is still forbidden.
More than the 60th?
Yeah, the whole bottle.
Cream of chicken.
So now if he does it, even though someone else did it, it was against the will, well, he put the milk in, what are you going to do? So you have to take him to court and he has to pay for you and pay for the damages. Okay. But there's still, you can't eat the chicken soup because someone else put the milk in.
Well, chicken, they don't
It's still not, it's still forbidden. But Shabbos, if you take a pot off the blech, as long as you had a mind to put it back on, then it's good. The fact that the other guy didn't have a mind to put it back on doesn't take you away the opportunity to have a mind to put it back on, and therefore you can put it back on. Milk and meat, there's nothing you can do. The taste of the milk is in the soup. The same thing is with the growing of the grapes and the wheat. When you put your vineyard on someone else's field, the Rambam says the other field is still good. You have no right to put your vineyard on someone else's field. And the fact is that the other guy doesn't want it. So his mind is intended not to. So therefore the Rambam holds that you could, if you put the grapes on the vineyard on someone else's wheat, the other wheat is permissible and your vineyard is forbidden. You that did the action is forbidden and someone else. The same thing with Shabbos according to Tosfos. If someone takes off the pot from the blech, against your will, you can put it back on as long as the food is still hot. When it comes to meat and milk, the taste is inside, there's nothing you can do. You can take him to the Beis Din and claim damages for what he ruined your chicken soup.
Did you say that if the two growths were running simultaneously, the fact that you did not plant the second product
Yeah.
in your field,
It's permissible.
it's permissible
The
now
Rambam
to
says.
harvest both?
No, till you find it, then you throw off the thing. You
You're
take
not
the
allowed-
vineyard,
You're not allowed to use both, you would have to throw
vineyard off.
the vineyard out.
Yeah, but the wheat doesn't become
The fact that
forbidden.
it's growing and
Doesn't matter.
If someone has a piece of flax in his hand, stick it into your woolen clothes. So now you have Shatnez on.
And he sewed it, or he just stuck
You
it
didn't
in?
know it, so you have to take it off.
Of course, yeah.
So why then the person?
Because over there, by the pot of
the
Shabbos,
same category of kilayim.
because so Tosus explains, because by Kalayim, if you have in mind that you don't want it to grow, then it's not forbidden.
Shatnez.
Shatnez, even if you have in mind not to, it's still Shatnez. According to Torah, if your intent was that the vineyard shouldn't grow, then it's not forbidden. The forbidden is only if you wanted it to grow. So it's up to your das. So your das is that you don't want it to grow. So good, by Shatnez, it's not up to you. If the wool and the linen is there, it's nothing you can do about it. It's there. By the kalayim of the vineyard, you have to want it. If you don't want it, it's not kalayim. And the guy doesn't want it. The same thing with the cholent. You want it on the blech. The guy that took it off is going against what you want. So since it's up to your wanting, you could have the control over it even though the guy's going against you. By the wool and linen on your clothing, it's not up to you. It's a piece of linen in there, and it's there. It's already wool and linen.